for the next 30 days, we are going to do an experiment where I want to see how best I can really love myself genuinely without any form of guilt in feeling like I should not be doing this. Loving how she's looking. Mic check. Hopefully it's working. Hi, hello, welcome. My name is Octavia, and if it is your first time here, I literally just went through a divorce 4 months ago. The way how my hair is looking right now is not because I have been stressed or whatever you may think. I have not been depressed. I have not been stressed. I literally have just been glowing up off camera. And for all the persons who feel as though glowing up means that you should always have yourself completely put together, no girl, they're lying to you. If you truly want to glow up, if you truly want to get your life in order, then I am 99% sure that most of the time you will find yourself looking like this because you just want to feel as comfortable as you can while you try to figure your ish out, right? You just want to be the very purest of yourself that you can be in that moment. And so that's why my hair is looking like that, like this. And I specifically chose not to do my hair before I started this series because I really wanted it to be a very genuine and sincere, transparent start to this new season that I am embracing in my life. I've just had my face down in my computer for the last 2 weeks. I know I started off the year not talking at all on YouTube in my videos, and that was because I was trying to figure things out. I was trying to get my life together. Going through a divorce, living in a whole new country, and just having to embrace this new journey of being a single mom, it is not for the weak. Let me repeat. Going through a divorce, being a single mom of 2 young children, living in a whole new country, and you're literally trying to recover financially, it is not for the weak, especially when you have no support whatsoever. And so I find that I just really needed to come off the internet and focus on what I truly wanted my life to look like for 2025. This is the first year ever of me having to do life by myself. I just wanted to be intentional for me, where I was not just creating a vision board and just be like, oh my God, this is my vision board and this is what my life is going to look like. And this is no girl, it does not work like that. If you truly want to create a vision board, you have to get yourself comfortable. You have to get yourself into that position where you're like, okay, this is what my life looks like right now, and this is what I want it to be. However, this is the work that I will need to put in. And so for the last 2 weeks, girl, I have been putting in the work. I've just been figuring things out, and I have such a big secret to share with you guys a few as I go on. But for right now, I'm still working on it, so I can't say. But at the same time, I just wanted to be very clear that I have not been depressed. I have not been like in a slump or anything like that. I have just been truly working on figuring things out, how I want my life to move forward, because you don't see this on the internet. You don't see people coming out and saying to you, this is the work that I'm truly putting in. They always come like when everything is all done and sorted out, and they're not giving you the step-by-step process by showing you how they themselves are doing it. And so that's why I really wanted to ensure first that I wrote this down on paper. I have it all figured out for myself first, and now that I've done that, I truly want to now just go on a journey where they keep slamming this door. What is wrong with them? Oh my God, they keep slamming the door. And they were not doing this before. But either way, as I was saying, I just really wanted it to be a case where I took that time to put things into perspective on paper. I really wanted to see how is it that I can truly go for it and glow up, become my best self starting this new year. And I just wanted January of 2025 to be the whole month where I just figure things out. I just work on myself on paper. And now that I've done that, and I feel as though I've grasped exactly the concept as to how I want to move forward, it is now time to pour into myself. It is now time to love on myself. It is now time to act on these things that I've truly written down on this paper, because I promise you guys, I have said this numerous times in my videos, I was the queen of self-sabotage. I was the queen of just ensuring that I focus on everybody, I do things for everybody and not myself. And I feel as though my hair kind of represent this type of mindset that I've always had, because for the entire month of January, I was ensuring that my children were okay, I was ensuring that my apartment was okay, I was ensuring that I was figuring things out on paper, but actively I was not pouring into myself. Actively I was not loving on myself how I was supposed to. My self-care habits just went right down to the ground. I was literally not physically pouring into myself as how I should have been doing in order for me to really move forward without feeling guilty of not pouring into myself on paper. If you have a dream and you cannot put it on paper where it turns into a plan, then I am 99% sure that you may not end up executing this plan, because it is just a dream all buckled up in your head. If you want your life to go a certain way, grab yourself a book like what I did. I went to Target, girl, and I purchased this book. This book was for $10 at Target, and you see how thick it is? I wrote my life out, and so I know that I needed to just take that time to focus on the areas of my life that I cannot just come on the internet and just be talking about so randomly, right? So it is February 1st, 2025, and I have made that conscious decision that it's time for me to love on myself unconditionally. I want to pour into myself so much for the next 30 days, even though February does not have 30 days, but I want to pour into myself so much for the next 30 days unconditionally, and I want to share this journey with you guys. I have never done this for myself before. I have never loved on myself in a way where I can look back and be proud of the journey, and so I truly want to go ahead and share this journey with you guys, where for the next 30 days we are going to do an experiment where I want to see how best I can really love myself genuinely without any form of guilt in feeling like I should not be doing this. And the first step that we're going to be taking in doing this is to go ahead and sort out this hair. We need to get this hair under control. It has done me justice for the last 2 weeks. As I've said to you guys, I felt so comfortable, I felt so free, I felt very natural and normal with my hair like this, and that was because I needed to work. Now that the working is done and I really have set out everything that I need to write out on paper, today, February 1st, starts this new experimental journey that I want to go on with my girly girls, where I'm going to be loving myself unconditionally, and that means taking my shower every single night, doing my skincare every single night, going on solo dates, whether it's out in public or at home, and just whatever comes me, right? Finding new hobbies, all of the above, girl. That secret that I told you about, yes, all of the above is a part of it that I want to share with you guys for the next 30 days. Now, I may be doing a video every single day and posting it every single day. I don't know, but a part of me learning to love myself is going to be giving myself grace also. So if I don't post a video every single day, then what I will try to do is to do like a compile of days, so that you guys won't be tired of me uploading every single day, which I don't care at this point. But if I don't upload every single day because of my own mental health, then what I will do is combine the videos, and then you guys will have like 2 days into one video or 3 days into one video, girl. I don't know yet, but as I said, this is an experiment. I'm 32 years old this year, and I've never ever taken a full week, much more 30 days, to just fully love on myself, embrace me. And that is what I want to start off this 2025 year doing for myself, as I've gone ahead and done some really big uncomfortable steps in 2025, so that I can really start to ensure sure that I'm just being me and doing me, right? So girl, let's stop the talking. We're going to go sort out this hair, and after we're finished doing that hair, I think we need to go celebrate. Yes, today is the day that I really do feel as though we need to go celebrate. And of course, it is the month of love. February is the month of love, and because of that, what better way to go ahead and ensure that you start off girly girl by loving yourself, right? Let's go sort out this hair.
So I guess the big question that many persons would ask me is, why now? Why did you decide that now was the right time for you to go ahead and start this whole self-love journey where you wanted to love yourself unconditionally? Well, my answer to that would be, after years of realizing just how much I've wasted my time pouring into everybody else and everything else apart from myself, only to realize that I got back nothing in return, is the number one reason why I've gone ahead and realized that now was the right time for me to go ahead and do so. And I guess the really scary part about it is that I would not want to miss out this opportunity of really finding that time to love on myself unconditionally, and then waiting until later on in my years only to realize that I would never get around to that season of my life where I really experience what true self-love means, and that would be really painful for me.
Mic check. I hope my mic is working. But isn't the girl looking so cute right now? Like, what a transformation from just having my natural hair all out to putting myself together and looking so cute with my very favorite wig at this time. I literally have another one that is still in the box that I am very much having for reserve, because as I told you guys before, that a major part of my self-love journey was to discover, or has been to discover, who is it that I want to be on a day-to-day basis, right? And I find that any hair at all that I wear that really highlights my complexion does it all for me. So this is definitely her. This is definitely the look that I am going for. No, I'm not going anywhere fussy right now. I literally would have loved to just grab myself a matcha, but it's literally some minutes to 5 p.m. in the evening. And so we're just going to scrap that for today. We have 29 more days to go. So we are not worried at all. We are just going to go grab ourselves some fruits. We need some fruits for today. We need to eat our fruits, girl, because we want to ensure that the skin is glowing. So we're going to run to Whole Foods. We're going to grab some fruit, and these are for me. My kids, well, my son does not eat fruits. Not good. My baby girl does eat her fruits, but I really have been enjoying my grapes and my strawberries and just having that with a glass of wine. And so those are what I'm going to run out right now to get, so that we can really just have a nice Saturday evening in the home, having ourselves a really nice, what do you call it, like a fruit charcuterie board, girl. Yeah, that's what I feel for right now. So we're going to go get ourselves some ingredients so that we can do a fruit and cheese and crackers with some wine charcuterie board, girl. And that's going to be our vibes for tonight, while we just talk a little bit more on the reasons why I have definitely gone ahead and decided that I really wanted to pour into myself for the next 29 days, because today is already documented. So 29 days to go. I really just want to inspire one of my other girly girls who may be wanting to love yourself, pour into yourself, and that is your ultimate goal for 2025. I really do hope this video is doing that for you, where it's putting you in that space where you say to yourself, yes, I can do this because I see Octavia doing it, right? And you not do what I am doing, but you do whatever it is that you have been so wanting to do for yourself. So let's run to Whole Foods. Let's go grab ourselves some fruits and or cheese or wine so that we can have a little me time later on tonight on this wonderful Saturday evening. Let's go, girly girl.
Cause that's where I do my best work. That's where I see my real worth. In fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world, yeah, that's where I do my best work. That's where I put myself first. In fiction you just can't get hurt. In the imaginary world, in the imagine, in the imagine, in the imaginary. Can you imagine, can you imagine, can you imagine for me? In the imagine, in the imagine, in the imaginary.
I am not putting on any makeup because, as I said, I'm literally just running to Whole Foods. I, however, will put some lip gloss on my lip because I want to feel really, really cute. That is something that I am definitely prioritizing for the next 29 days, and that is to ensure that no matter where at all it is that I'm going, I put myself together. I want to look beautiful and I want to feel beautiful. I want to feel my very best. I am the type of woman, or I'll start to use the word in the past tense. I was that type of woman who would feel comfortable in just running outside in my nightwear, and I would not feel bad about it. Trust me on that. And so this is a habit that I really want to get rid of over the next 30 days, where I take that step to put myself together, even if I'm just running to the grocery store, because you never know who you can buck up in, like that prayer that you have been praying for years. And I'm not speaking about a romantic partner now, but whosoever it may be, whatever that prayer may be that you have been praying for umpteen years, what if that prayer will be answered at the grocery store? You understand what I mean? So you want to ensure that you are looking your best, you're feeling your best, and that is something for a definite fact that I have to ensure that I go for it for the next 29 days and practice. And that is no matter where at all it is that I'm going, the girl is looking cute. So let's grab ourselves some perfume. Now, you guys have seen me use this one before. It is the Chloe Atelier de Flores. I hope I'm saying that correctly, girl. If I'm not, that's my business, okay? So this is what I will be using, and I'm just going to put a little of this on myself. I love the way how this smells so much. However, this is $375 for the bottle. The girl is not there yet, but I will get there really soon, okay? Like, share, subscribe, all of the above on my videos, and the girl will get there. Hopefully they will see my video and decide that they want to sponsor me with a nice bottle of this perfume, girl. So Chloe, I'm calling out to you, okay? I need the big bottle. I have to use this perfume in such small dabs because I so don't want it to be finished, girl. I cannot find the lady at Nordstrom that gave me this sample. I'm so looking for her because I need another one. Chloe smells so good. She is literally giving that I am elevated, I am that woman type of smell. And girl, I love Chloe. I feel like Chloe is going to be my top 2 at this point. That's how much in love I am with Chloe, girl. Okay, so I have myself here this Rare Beauty. It's a lip. I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I have no idea what this is. I've had this Rare Beauty lipstick for maybe approximately a year and a half, maybe 2 years at this point, and I rarely ever use it. But it is a perfect. When I say perfect, it is the perfect shade for my type of vibes that I love to go with. So we're going to go ahead and put on some of this Rare Beauty lipstick because why not, right? We are loving ourselves unconditionally for the next 30 days. So why not go all out? That's the whole point of this experiment, right? To go all out. So as much as we're just going to the grocery store, we are definitely going to be putting on some lipstick, and I don't care because it is my business. It is my business. Let's go, girl. Elegant, beautiful, definitely that woman. Yes, girl. Definitely giving that New York City grown woman vibes. Yes, girl. She is definitely looking like that woman, and I can't wait. This is setting the mood for the next 29 days. You know, she is setting the mood for the girl for the next 29 days. Loving how she's looking. So late in the night right now. I believe it's like some minutes to 11 p.m. My kids are already in bed, girl, and it's time for me to pour into myself, make my charcuterie board, pour myself a glass of kombucha instead of wine, and we are just going to have ourselves a little celebration to the start of this new season that I'm going on, which is 30 days of learning to love myself unconditionally without feeling guilty, right? This is so new for me. This is definitely out of my comfort zone, and so I really wanted to start off this season feeling very feminine, very soft, knowing that for the last month I have just been going so hard in putting things into perspective for myself. I really wanted to ensure that I started off by somewhat celebrating a bit but not overdoing it. If you're hearing like a little squeaky sound in the background or any noise at all, it is my washer going. So girl, I'm working and playing at the same time, right? But yeah, my kids are in bed and it's a lovely Saturday night, very quiet, very peaceful, not overly cold, which I'm very much grateful for. So I'm just going to be using this time right now to love on myself a little bit and really get myself all ready for what I'm getting myself into for the next 29 days. And I'm very much excited for it, I must say. I felt so elevated just going on the road and knowing that I'm doing something for me and it's only for me, you know? It is not often us as women take that time to intentionally pour into ourselves. And if we do that, we often find ourselves feeling very guilty of doing it, and we always try to make it up to the persons who we felt as though we have abandoned in the process of us pouring into ourselves. And so when I say that I am doing this and not feeling guilty, that's one of the number one reasons why I've gone ahead and made a conscious decision that I want to do this right now no. And that is because I cannot just always be pouring into my children as a single mom and feeling guilty every time I need to pour into myself, simply because I'm saying to myself, I'm the only one that they have, and so I always have to be that one to give them 125% of me. Like, girl, if I continue to do that, I am going to burn out, I am going to crash, and I'm not going to feel my best self, and I'm not going to operate as the best mom that I know that I can be, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. It is impossible for you to get up every single day and be pouring out of yourself and not getting back anything in return, even if it means you have to do this for yourself, girly girl. So as I said, I picked myself up some kombucha. I was going to get a non-alcoholic wine because I've not really been doing the whole wine thing or the whole alcohol thing. It's just it has never really been my thing, and so I've been having this Brew Doctor kombucha. It is really good, you guys, and it comes in so many different flavors. This one is super berry, and I find that this would have gone, and I think to myself that this would go really perfect with my little charcuterie board that I want to make right now, or maybe a charcuterie plate, if I may correct myself, because I ain't got no board, girl. I do have a board, but I don't feel like I want to use it. But that's the juice that I prefer to go with for tonight. I have myself an orange also. Now this charcuterie board, this charcuterie tray, I picked it up at Target, and this one was for $8, right? It has the crackers, smoked turkey, as well as the sliced cheese, and this is what I've decided that I wanted to use. I felt as though it was very reasonable, and it already has everything inside of there for you to really go ahead and make a really good charcuterie board. Nothing, you don't necessarily have to make a big one or one that is super, you won't be able to have all by yourself, right? I really want to make this season very intentional for me, where anything that I do decide to eat or get, it is for me, and I ain't sharing it with my kids, because this is a journey about me loving myself unconditionally, right? And so, of course, what is a charcuterie board without grapes? So I got myself this big pack of grapes also, because I want to have this even after I am finished with my charcuterie board. I love grapes, you guys, and I just feel as though it would be a really nice, what's the word, what do I put it as, incentive to myself for knowing that I have really been pouring into my children. I've really been pouring into my career, and now it's time for me to actually pour into myself, and I really do feel proud of myself for making this step, because I have been back and forth with myself over the last few days if I was to go for it and to start this series, because to me it felt weird. It felt like, you know, it would make sense, nobody would like it, and then I was like, girl, it's time for you to get over this crap. It's time for you to get over the idea of you doing your YouTube videos because you're hoping people will like it. That is not you. The version of you that will excel is the version of you that will step out of your comfort zone and will do things that will inspire people to start. So yes, in the beginning it might seem weird. Yes, in the beginning it might seem as though it makes no sense what you're doing, girl, but I'm sure one of my girly girls will resonate with this video, and you'll be like, I am so happy. I finally see somebody pouring into themselves, so that I can feel motivated and inspired to pour into myself as well. And girl, that is what Octavia is doing right now. So we are going to go make our little charcuterie board. We are going to pour ourselves our kombucha, aka wine, into our wine glass, girl, and we're just going to have a little vibes while we really embrace this season of learning to love ourselves. Because if you don't love yourself, girly girl, how on God's earth will you expect anybody at all to truly unconditionally love you? Doesn't work like that. Let's go, girl. Hey girl, hey. So I am literally sitting at a very new spot in my kitchen. I've never really sat here before. It looks cozy and I feel cozy sitting right here. But I really just wanted to get myself in a really nice and comfortable spot to eat my little charcuterie plate while I talk to my girly girls, because I really wanted us to not just be doing this just for doing its sake, but I really wanted us to be intentional about the reason why I have decided that I wanted to go ahead and do this for myself at this specific season in my life. Now, many of you, if you're new to my channel, you would not know my story. I would highly recommend that you go and watch a few of my back videos, but just to give you a rundown, I have had a really rough adulthood so far, where I have just been in a very narcissistic relationship that I got married into. I have 2 children in, and I literally lost myself in that relationship. Now, to be fair, everything did not start in that relationship. I literally brought a lot of childhood traumas where I had to put my feelings, my emotions, my desires, all these things on the back burner, simply because I wanted to live a life that was free from ever having to depend on a man for anything in my life, simply because of just how rough my childhood was. And I find that this really took away a lot of my happiness going right up until maybe the last 2 years. I really suffered in pouring so much of my energy into overworking myself and just being so much on the go that I forgot to live. I forgot to take that moment to just be steady and understand that, you know what, one day at a time is good enough. I was never that person who lived from that basis or that standpoint in life. And so it took me losing every single thing in my business that I had back in 2021 and having to relocate to New York City and just starting life from ground zero to really understand how important it was for me to start loving myself, taking it one day at a time, pouring into myself. Because after getting so many health scares and to seeing that the people who you thought were with you are not with you, they were just with you because of what they could get from you, girl, then you would understand just how important it is for you to have a season in your life when you literally just forget about everybody and focus on yourself, even if you have children. It is so important that you remember that your children will get older. They will move away from you one day. They will start their own lives. There will come a point in their lives when they will not want you to be all up in their business. And so you don't want to find yourself in a position where you have completely neglected yourself all these years of nurturing and caring and pouring into your children, only to realize that a few years later when they get older, you are left to repair yourself. And that's what I don't want for myself. I don't want it to be a case where I'm sabotaging myself right now simply because I'm like, oh my God, I'm the one that filed for divorce. I'm the one that separated, the family the way that it is right now. And so it's my responsibility to give my 1,000,000,000% to my children, and I'm going to punish myself because I'm the one that made this decision for them to do life all by myself. That's the mindset that I started off with, and I found that this was definitely not the right decision to make, because I was going down a rabbit hole of health issues, mainly mental issues, so quickly. I was deteriorating so fast, you guys, and I find that I could not operate on that schedule. And God kept saying to me, girl, you gotta pause, you gotta pour into yourself, you gotta practice self-care. And I could not understand why He kept telling me so much to practice self-care. And that is because as a person who have always been so rigid and so hard and so steadfast on myself, I had to give myself that leeway to understand that, you know what, you are already doing the best job that you can with your children. It is no time for you to do the best job in taking care of yourself as well. And nothing is wrong whatsoever if you take that time to give your kids their iPad after you have done giving them their dinner, their breakfast, their lunch, whatever it may be. After you have done giving them all these things, or even before, it is completely okay for you to take that step back. Turn off your phone if you need to, put it on do not disturb if you need to, take a day off, do whatever it is that makes you happy in that moment, and replenish yourself. pour into yourself, love on yourself, because that is where true happiness is. That is where you're truly going to glow. That is where you're truly going to find that peace of mind and that joy, and feel as though you are really taking control, you know. And so I don't know how I'm going to talk and eat my charcuterie board at the same time. I have no clue, but I'll just continue doing both. But I kid you not, girl, when I say this for me right now is definitely giving the vibes that I want for the next 28 days of my life. It does not seem hard once I started. Like, as I said before, I was literally questioning myself if I was making the right decision, if this was going to make sense, if it was like a crazy idea to literally come into public and saying that, oh my god, I'm going to be loving myself for the next 30 days unconditionally. Will people laugh at me? Will they think I'm crazy? Are they going to be like, oh my god, is this girl insane? Who does that? And now that I'm actually doing it and doing it sincerely, I really have come to realize that this is what life should look like. This is what it truly means to love on yourself, pour into yourself, you know. It does not have to be anything fussy. It does not have to be anything that you go on the road and you spend $1 trillion amount of dollars to feel good. Like this charcuterie board that I made was everything that I purchased today came up to $36, and it was not only things for tonight, if you understand what I mean. I purchased eggs, I purchased some other stuff that is for the general household. So imagine me going out there and within the budget of a $36 amount, I was still able to buy stuff for myself, to pour into me, to love on me. When if you go outside on the road, you may be spending way more than $36 just to even buy yourself a meal, or you may spend that on a day-to-day basis just to buy yourself lunch at work. Or even if you do takeout, girl. Oh, that is so good. Ooh, I really like this. This is smoked turkey. This is really good, you guys. I love how this tastes. This is awesome. Yeah, that's good. I really like that. So my camera battery died a while ago and I needed to go charge my battery, so I just used the same time to eat my charcuterie board. So I literally just have this small amount of my kombucha left that I'm just going to wrap up the video with at this point, because it is longer than I expected it to be, which is fine. But as I was saying, I just wanted it to be a case where I am going on this journey intentionally, and I know the reason why I am going on this journey. So I'm so happy that I really took the first step to make this happen, and I'm really hopeful that I can truly do this right up to the 30 days, right? Not really missing any day. As I said, even if I don't post every single day, I want to document the slightest thing that I will do for myself for the next 29 days, because today is already documented, in loving myself, pouring into myself, no matter how small it is. As long as it's going to make me feel completely in love with myself, I am very much up to it. So that's basically all that I want to share in my very first episode of experimenting loving on myself unconditionally without guilt. And I do hope that in some way, shape or form, girly girl, it was motivational to you, and you can pick 1 or 2 things out of it that you can go ahead and implement in your life as you approach this new 2025 year with grace, right? It breaks my heart so much to see women out there struggling every single day to pour so much into other people and leaving themselves short. It really does break my heart, because at the end of the day, girl, if you were ever to lie on that sick bed, just remember it's going to be you alone. If you're ever supposed to feel a great amount of pain from any illness, it's going to be you alone. All right, so just remember, pour into yourself, love on yourself, and if you're still too afraid to do so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that for the next 29 days as I upload these videos, you will be inspired more and more and more to love yourself and be the best version of you that you can ever be, no matter how old you may think you are. All right, girl, so that's where I'm going to be leaving you in today's episode of 30 Days of Loving Myself Unconditionally Without Guilt. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye now.